This is one of the latest Lego models, Lego Technic models, and one of the biggest they've ever created. Chinese manufacturers were quick to come up with a clone, replica. About a fourth of the price actually. The original price is about 300 euros. This is like 75 with shipping. And it's quite amazing in size. It's the biggest piece of Lego Technic I've ever built or seen. It has like 2,800 pieces, and it's very impressive. But of course, when you buy stuff like this from China, not everything is working as it should. There are lots of cogs and stuff like this in here, but there's like nothing I can do with them because they're missing pieces. And there's not really much you can do with this. You can turn the wheels, open the front, and here you have a Porsche bag. I don't know why they have this, but it's probably in the original car as well. Maybe a tool bag. There are lots of cogs and machinery, but you can't really see anything. There are maybe 100 pieces of cogs in here, but yes, you can turn them manually and they interlock and spin, but there's not really much you can do. I had a big problems with the doors. They just keep falling off, partly because of missing pieces, but also because maybe I did something wrong to them, but they just don't fit like they do in the picture. Here you can see I had some missing pieces, so I had to use some of the spare pieces just to attach these ones. It has a really impressive gearbox with some Lego tools, Lego Technic tools I've not seen before. It actually shifts the drive shaft in reverse and forward and neutral. But since this car isn't electric or somewhat able to drive, and the wheels aren't really connected to the stem, you can spin the wheel but nothing happens with the cogs in any position. I don't know if it's just this model, but I doubt Lego would release something like this and not have a working drive shaft. Of course, it was quite fun to build a massive piece, but with all Lego models I bought from China, a lot of stuff have been missing, and special things like these, they're never the right size or shape. And of course, when you're missing important parts, like stuff that goes in here, you can't even assemble the door. It's no fun at all. It really destroys all the pleasure of building when some pieces are missing, some pieces are just too poorly designed to work. So I would not recommend anyone buying this, even though the price is amazing, unless you can get a hold of these missing parts, which in my experience you never get the seller to do when you buy from China. It's just impossible. They won't sell you or mail you any of the missing or defective parts. And still there are a lot of extra parts. Some of these are of course parts I couldn't assemble because some other are missing, but then again these were never in the manual. And also everything is very loose. If you let the children play with it, almost everything will fall off. These plugs are not Lego standard, they are just Lego similar. Well, the lights just keep falling off. And here's also something that probably not existed in a real Lego model. I've seen videos of the real deal and it's really impressive. The manual has articles and images from the designers and the real Porsche team. This is also extremely thick manual with over 850 steps in color, and they also have some design images, but other than that it's really nothing extra. It's a good manual. You can clearly build the whole set with this manual, but the colors and lengths are not actual to size. If you look at this, these are not exact lengths and they vary from page to page. On this side of the page it's about the same, but in this side they are actually a lot smaller on the images. And the color, especially of the dark grey pieces, looks exactly like black ones, and the yellow one looks like orange, which make it kind of unnecessarily difficult. I will probably not have anything more to do with this car. I'm just gonna put it in my defective China Lego box with all the other crap I bought from China.